Alright. What about Amiobi here? We are playing a course from the TGCTours completed course thread called Lost Trail by user named Razor. I'm still new to the community, so I don't know if he's well known or not. It just happened to be towards the top of the thread and the top of the page. I hadn't played it yet, so I thought we'll give her a whirl. Tight opener here. What's down here if we yank it? Ooh, that's not gonna be any fun. Yeah, the bunker's in place nicely. I've got more room back here if I want it. Some planting around the trees, which is interesting. Definitely on the cliff side here. You could make an argument for hitting 3-wood, but I'm just gonna bomb driver and see what I get. Just playing on the default settings, so not entirely. Looks like the winds are pretty low. Not sure what we're gonna get for firmness of greens and whatnot. I don't know if it was intentional to make this like that. I don't think it needed to be, though. You could probably flatten that a bit and not have it be quite so jarring, although if that's the look you were going for, then you've got it. I don't mind this bunker here. Yeah, the bunker's nice. It doesn't really come into play where I'm going to be going, but it would for a front pin. Green slopes pretty much right to left, which is making sense given that's where the cliff goes. And then if we ever go over the back, we could be going a long way down, so let's not do that. Okay. Green size, yeah, it's alright. Doesn't seem like it's the firmest green ever, which is fine. It's just an observation. Playing at 170 on the green speed, so we're not crazily quick. I pushed that, but I still managed to make it. Okay. Comfortable opener. There's massive danger left. I hope that was play tested so that if you end up down there, you're not completely dead. And now we've got another right on the cliff hole here. It looks like short and right is your miss. There's a big drop off there, but is there any out of bounds anywhere? No. So if we go long, I mean, well, you don't have to go hugely long if you're to the right, but if you go long center, it's a ways, but you're gonna go way down here. Huh. I'm tempted to fire one down here to, well, I could see this being in play a lot more. This is in play. I like the bunkering here. The bunker to the right looks nice too. Yeah, we're basically, this is, it's a cool, it's a pretty cool look, except I can't see the water, which is unfortunate. I know it's uphill, but I mean, when I get to the green, I'm gonna have a pretty wild look, aren't I? So, and then the green is going left to right predominantly, although it does drop off to the left. Okay. Oh, this needs to sit. Alright. So since that's rough, it doesn't run all the way down. It looks like you have to hit a pretty poor shot to end up down there. So maybe it's more of a looks thing. Okay. Maybe it's more of a looks thing than it is a true penalty, because my concern would be that if you ended up down there, you might not be able to get back up. And I don't mean a golfer trying to walk back up. That would be a problem too. I mean more being able to hit a shot back up. You might not be able to. Let's see if that's a feature that remains in the course. Okay, so now we've got really long downhill. Yeah, so we're really going cliffs here, and we're not making any of them out of bounds. So if we go down here, we're gonna end up with whatever we end up with. So you might be hitting the unplayable lie if you do that. We're gonna see if we can carry these bunk. No, we can't. But I was never going left there. Maybe could smooth the bunkers a hair. And then here we've got a pretty generous sized green, wide open in the front, give me room to run it on. The fairway's going right to the edge of the cliff, so it's going to be close. Again, it's sloping towards the cliff, which makes sense. And the bunkering is nice. Yeah. I thought that was the other. I thought the lie was the other way. I should have known better though. I saw it when I first went into the bunker. Okay. You could make an argument. Well, I mean, I was gonna say you can make an argument the green's a bit big, but it's a long hole, so maybe not. This is going way downhill. So we've basically been like, okay, if you want to miss it to the right, you can bail over there, but you're not going to have a very easy chance of getting it close with your chip. And you're going to have a tough putt. And you're going to miss it because you suck. So, bogey. I love the way that we've got that view of the ocean back there. There's just something about oceans that just make a course seem better. A little bare behind the tee, but you're not usually going to see that too much. Okay, now we're down below, excuse me, the cliff. So we got a par 5 that's 540, but I don't know if I can hit driver because I'm going to end up in the rocks there. How far is it? Yeah, it's only 320 to the edge of the fairway. I'm gonna end up in those rocks. I do have, well, I actually have more room up here. I might try and partial one, because I do want to try to get it up there, but and this could be one of those deals where the shorter driver might be fine, and it might just be because I've got the big boy that this becomes an issue, but okay, that's worked. So it's a partial driver to get it up here, to be able to get at it. Stairs are going up there. Okay. I'm not usually one that gets too worked up about that kind of stuff. I mean, when it works really well, I like it, but I'm not one that's gonna really criticize them too much. I like this bunker here being a bit on the deep side. For anybody trying to get there in two, you can get caught in here and then have some issues. This bunker here, I'd like it's a bit on the flat side, I'd say. That one, yeah, maybe a little bit of smoothing, but nothing awful. And then we've got the water to the right. Okay. So we need to, what do we need to do here? This green. Alright. It does that kind of, it's gonna be really hard to get to this back pin because the slope on that front, on that middle left, sorry, is pushing me away, but then it's at the back, it's helping me come back, but I'm not gonna get up there, I don't think. Well, only one way to find out. This is well, okay, so I'm just gonna clear that ridge. This is actually going to work out okay. Unless I get dropped off here. No. Okay. And have I read that right? Yep. Cool. I guess we're not going to make any pars today. That seems to be our rule. No pars allowed. Wasn't that good of a putt. Why is it giving me a replay? Alright. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Again, we're down, so I think the water's been in play pretty much in every hole, or, well, maybe not, there's been cliffs. So what have we got here? We've kind of, 3-wood's got a bunker in play, driver's got a bunker in play. 3-wood, you're basically, and it goes right off down there, so I could see the ball landing here and just kicking off and going into the water. Up here, it's not quite as penal. So I'm just gonna very fast snap hook one, and this probably bounces back into the bunker. Makes sense that the fairway slopes in that direction, because that's where the water is. And it's not the bunker, it's in the rough. I think I would have rather been in the bunker, honestly. Let's see, is this gonna run up? We're given room to, but then it's a drop off, so you gotta get it up there. Okay. So then here we've got, that pin is tough, not impossible. You've got help to the left. Again, I like the bunkering, and I like that I was given a way to run this up. Got ourselves a nice little splash shot up here. Happy days. Okay. Now we go for the par 3 with the fence behind to keep us from falling in. We're going back inland. I like that. We got these stairs again. Probably could have done a better job with the stairs. Like they're just sinking into the ground on the one side. But that's not really something I get too wound up about. This really cool bunker left. Again, we got ourselves a tucked pin. The green is helping and all. Like there's a bit of a punch bowl effect at the back, and then the front is drop off central. Okay. Oh, that's gonna need the hill to bring me back. Go up. Don't stay. Oh, that's not good. Now look at what we've got. Is there fringe there? No, it goes from green straight to rough. Okay. I see the idea behind that. I really wish that was fringe because it would have brought me back down, but I get that might have made it a bit too easy. So I understand the thinking. Yeah, it's a good par 3. Now we go for. So what it looks like what we're trying to do is we're trying to make a downhill tee shot, and then the second shot looks like it's kind of 8th at Pebble Beach. I can handle that. Again, cliffs. It's just water, but again, it doesn't really matter because if you go in it, you're gonna be up 3 off the tee anyways. Now, can I hit driver here? Downwind. I mean, 360 seems like a long way, but it's downhill a good bit, and it's downwind, so I don't think driver's the play. This should get down there plenty good too. And that's carried almost 270. Now it's gonna run out. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm still gonna have a long shot in, but I'm in the fairway, and I know that I can play from there. So again, just absolute death to the right. I like the bunker short. Bunker in the back looks pretty cool. Green slopes towards where the pin is, so I don't have to. It gives me an option to kind of play safe and funnel in a bit. If I pull it, I'm not gonna like the putt I've got. So it looks like there's definitely been some thought put into how this is gonna play. This might need to sit a bit. Okay. So it's just going to keep going. I need it to be shorter than that. Yeah, I didn't think that was going to get there. Okay. That's a, I mean, I like the idea of that hole. I think it's executed pretty well too. I mean, it should be a hard hole. The 8 that Pebble Beach is hard as hell. And then we got ourselves a little par 3 here on the cliffs again. So we're definitely leaning on those cliffs. We're gonna, again, the bunkering's good. Short, you're dead. Long, you're dead. Right, you're dead. Left, you might be able to play, but then you're not gonna like your shot down. It's a short shot though, so I don't mind this requiring some precision. So we're only hitting a wedge. That might be too far right. Not quite. Was I seeing that? Yeah, so there I just missed the false side there, the drop off. So I've hit a decent shot and I've got a decent putt at it and I've missed it. Oh well. I mean, it's a spectacular looking course. You could argue that the cliffs are pretty bare, the sides of them. I don't know if we were going for a rugged look or if that's just we didn't spend any time on them. It doesn't affect the playability at all. Sorry. There's maybe a couple places where it would come in where you can see it. What do we got here? 502. Okay, so this one, I don't mind it. The one thing I'm not loving is that this green short, like straight dead ahead of me, right below the wind meter, that looks like the green I'm going to. But no, I'm going over here. So the routing there might be a hair tight. And it wouldn't happen. Oh, nice pull. It wouldn't happen in a video game, but I could see in real life people playing to that green, doing what I've just done here, and thinking, okay, now I've got a little flip onto this green, and then finding out, oh, that wasn't the right green. And then that's a 5. Okay, I was just about to say that's harsh for a second shot, but it's a 5, so that's fine. And I've gone left. If I was on the right fairway, I would have a better angle in at it, although I wouldn't have a very good one, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. So I could just kind of bunt one up here. I have a feeling if I try to take this on, it's just very shallow and it's uphill. So the ball, if it carries, it's going to be coming in pretty flat, so it's going to skip pretty good. I'd be afraid of playing Plinko off these rocks. I'd rather these not be rocks. I'd rather this be something else. Because these rocks are just going to do who knows what to the ball. But I think I'm going over here. Oh, and that's too far. So I'm going to hit it into the rough. I didn't expect that to go that far up the hill. It was downwind, but still. Okay, but I'm still, even though I'm in the rough, I've got a straight up the green. Slopes make sense. Just gonna pitch one up there. Because we were in the rough, we couldn't control the distance as easily as we'd like. That's my fault for hitting it in the rough. And then we've left ourselves with a longer putt than we would have liked, but made it, so that's okay. Point to the sky. Okay, so that was 35 in the front. There's 3 par 3s in, I guess, was there? There must have been, because there's 2 par 5s. Yeah. And then the back is a 36 with 2 and 2. Okay, so a little bit more quote-unquote traditional, the back. And we start out with a shorter par 4 going back inland. So I like that we're not crutching, I guess, on the coast. Well, the front 9 was mostly on the coast. Could be that we're gonna have a coastal front nine and a more of an inland back nine. I like the look here, except I'm not a fan of rocks, but that's me. Get a kick to the right, the other right. Nah, I didn't deserve to be anywhere good after that swing. Yeah, okay. On the right, where we've got a bit of a run up. Left, it's a bit more protected. The sloping, again, it's going towards the water, which, you know, makes sense. What do we got here? Should sit fairly quick because I was on a pretty uphill slope there. I don't usually read putts that well, so that's cool. Alright, and so this was the hole that it basically shares the fairway with that par 5. Yeah, this is a video game, blah 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 blah, but you would never see this in real life because people would get killed up here. Like you would need serious protection because balls would be flying all over the place. And then you would have situations where somebody might be on the 1 tee waiting for a group playing the other hole because they're in the fairway, and then I kind of mentioned how it might be easy to go to the wrong hole, but I'm almost in the same spot I was the hole I played on the other one. Just kind of funny. Green, yeah, I mean the bunkering's been good. We've got, what do we got here? Okay, so it slopes. Yeah, okay. We're a bit slow today with our swings with the irons. Nice kick up and then breaks like that. Oh, I got pulled. I got pulled. That's too bad. Alright. Now we're back to the cliff. This is not for the faint of heart. But you've given me a place to play to. The slope on the left. If I want to bail out from the cliff, I've got it over here. Probably going to have a harder second shot if I do that, but it saves me going down into the depths down there. And again, I'm curious. I half want to hit one down here to see what happens. I mean, my hope would be it would just go all the way down into the water, because we get hung up on here somewhere. Again, we might not be able to get back up. If this was ever being play tested for any kind of society or tour event or anything, you'd have, yeah, you know, I'm gonna hit one down here. See what happens. Okay, where am I going? Alright, so we're still in play. We have 68 yards. We're 115 feet uphill. We're not pitching. Yeah, we're gonna have to hit it. We'll try to hit that. And we're not gonna get close. And now we're dead. Okay. Yeah, I'm stuck here now. Hey Bundy. I'm just don't mind me. I'm just on a goat or a mountain excursion here. I was curious what would happen if I hit one down here, and I'm finding out. Yeah, you can't get up. There's no way. So, um, I think you might have been better off just making this out of bounds. Now I'm in here. Now what happens if, I mean, I've already had a few swipes down here, so if I try to do it, take it unplayable, what happens? Where can I go? Yeah, I'm too late now. So I'm just gonna smack away here until I hit the limit. There. Okay, so we figured out what happens if you go on the cliff. You're dead. You're gonna need to take it unplayable. Yeah, I would think about that one. I could see that kind of thing would keep it from being a tour course for sure, because you would have people going absolutely bananas. All right, let me just kind of let my golfer have a bit of a rest after the adventure he went on there. Par 5. On one hand, I like this kind of looking a bit rugged. On the other, I don't. I'm not sure. Alright, and this is probably a 3-shotter. I thought I saw it being 593. Yeah, it's close. Again, we've kind of got this native rocky area, and there's a hazard. I don't like rocks as a hazard personally. That might just be a me thing, but so we've created a narrow spot up there if I want to try to sneak it on, but we haven't really made it wide or anywhere to lay up to, so I'm just gonna go for it. Take driver at it, and yeah, there wasn't really a reason not to do that. As long as I stayed right of that rocky native stuff, I was gonna be fine. Green. It's a decent size. Drop off on the front, which makes sense if you're gonna have to get it all the way up there if you're trying to round it up. Bunkering's good again. I mean, this is a course that in real life you would lose a couple of golfers a day because they'd fall off the cliffs. So it could be a nice Darwin Award winning course where, like I say, you lose a few people a day, but it's a video game, so I'm not going to get too worried. Drivable par 3, solidly bunkered on the left. To the right, we've got rocks and stuff again. Rocks just concern me because if you ever get behind one, you don't have a play. It's a nice look though. Take driver at it. If it just stay, oh yeah, that should be good. Just slow down a shade. It's hard to be precise with your distance with a driver, so I'm happy with that. It looks like there could be a really nasty pin on the left there, which is absolutely fine on a hole of this length. I mean, it's fine, period. Everything's sloping right to left, again towards the water, which makes sense. Yes, there's a lot of things about this course you've nailed. I was actually playing pretty well until I decided to take a rip down the cliff there. Birdie, par, X, birdie, birdie. Okay, now we're going uphill. Reasonably narrow. green. Okay, that's gonna be fun. The bunker's there for. I mean, you know what? I was about to say it might not be there for driver, but it might be because we're going uphill so far. Yeah, it is. It's into the wind. It would be. And then we're gonna have a. Okay, it's not as lengthy as I thought. Again, we've got a backstop there, and again, I haven't been paying attention really if we've had fringe at all, or if it's just been on holes like this where there hasn't been any. Huh. Would have been good if I'd been paying attention to that. Guess I can keep paying attention from now, so hopefully this comes right back down. And doesn't go too far. Okay. So kind of like that one par 3 where you can get it can come back down, and if you go just a hair too high, it sticks up there. Okay. Okay. Looks like a clubhouse over there. Again, we got death to the right. Uh-oh. Get on your horse. Kick left. Don't do... Yeah, okay, we're good. And then, yeah, again, we got this stuff in front. I just... yeah. That would have to be play tested so much to make sure that we're not going to end up with people just getting stuck in places. Uh-oh. Well, that's what I get for being in the rough. So I was coming at it from here. We split the green in two, kind of, which is fine. Drop off there. In the front. Backstop. Yeah. Not the flattest greens I've ever seen in my life, which is absolutely fine. Oh, look at this thing. That thing just decided we're going straight right. Alright. Okay. Not quite a severe cliff here. So yeah, we haven't, it does, oh no, there's fringe there. Okay. Not really a whole lot more to add here. The bunkering's good, the green is good. Yep. Okay, so that's a straightforward-ish par 3. And then for finisher, we got a short par 5 but uphill. And then it's really narrow by the green. Alright. So we have been more inland on the back nine than we were the front. Again, bunkers are nice. They're relatively well placed. I have some room to the right. That might cost me later, but... That's a bunker. That's a very nicely placed bunker. I've smacked it right in there. I don't mind this being narrow here for running, if somebody trying to run up into. And then there's some room back here. That'll leave me, you know, about a sand wedge or so. And that was a shot I kind of needed to play from the bunker, I think. So then what have I got? I got 111, so if you want to leave yourself a full sand wedge or gap, pitching wedge or gap, depending on what your set makeup is, the options there. Again, the bunkering's good. The green makes some sense to me. If this is the right bat, it's all over it. Alright. So, overall, there's some good ideas. I think, and again, I don't know how many courses you've done. I'm gonna look now. If I find if it's in the database. Not in the database. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Razor, I'm thinking, so this is your second course I'm seeing now. Okay, so that's making some sense. It looks like you've gotten really adventurous. Trying to make a lot of cliff sides and whatnot, which is fun, which is what the designer's there for. For a tournament event, it would be difficult just because of all the cliffs and because of how dead you are if you're on a cliff. There's a lot of extreme fall-offs, and it would be tough to play a tournament on that. But I like the creativity you're showing. I like the bunkering. I liked most of the planting. I didn't like the rocks as much. Might be a me thing. I like the greens. I mean, as long as we kept it up top, it played quite well. There's just a disaster lurking there where you can get stuck and then you've got nothing. And so maybe I would look at having maybe a few less cliffside holes, or maybe you just make all of that out of bounds so that you're not going to end up in a situation where somebody gets completely screwed. But yeah, it would be hard to get that one on tour, I think. Keep it up though. There's a lot of good stuff there.